Well, that little girl could certainly sing, couldn't she? She sang our national anthem of the United States of America, but then she also sang the "O Canada," the Canadian national anthem. So you got to hear her sing that too. We're going to continue our review this week with some ReadWorks texts, and this may be the last week that we do these ReadWork texts. I'm not really sure what's going to happen next week, the last week of school. Of course, we don't have school next Monday, but got to get your computers back and books back and things like that. And so I'm recording this a little earlier in the year, or I'm recording this at the end of April, actually, getting these things done before TCAP. So I'm not exactly sure what's going to be happening at that time of the year, but we're going to finish this week out well with some ReadWork text again. So this first one day is going back to the War of 1812 when Britain was trying to reinvade us, and they burned down the Washington, D.C. and the White House. And so we talked about all that when we learned about the War of 1812. We had to fight Britain again. That was when the Battle of New Orleans with Andrew Jackson leading them. And we defeated the British again, kind of kept them from taking us over anyway. And during the War of 1812 in Baltimore Harbor, the Battle of Fort McHenry, there was a song written. Do you remember who wrote that song? It was Francis Scott Key. He wrote the national anthem, Star Spangled Banner. And so we are reading a text today called "Oh Say Can You Sing?" A new project reteaches the national anthem. So let's read this, and you'll have some questions. When thousands of baseball fans head to ballparks this summer, 2006, it's an old text, chances are they'll have trouble reciting the words to the national anthem. 2 out of 3 Americans don't know the words to the Star Spangled Banner, according to a recent Harris poll. As a result, the National Anthem Project, spearheaded by music educators, is dedicated to reteaching people the words to America's official song. A cross-country campaign kicked off in January 2006, touring cities in the West from Los Angeles to Seattle. Getting vocal. The tour includes interactive exhibits and a singing contest. In each location, the singer who belts out the best version of the national anthem wins a $1,000 donation to a school music education program of his or her choice. In Richmond, Virginia, an 11-year-old boy took home the top prize. Why don't people know the words to our country's most famous tune? We see it as a consequence that music education programs are being diminished in schools, project spokesperson Elizabeth Lasco told Weekly Reader. People who do know the words say they learn them in school. I know Mr. Mills, he has you sing it every year, doesn't he? Piece of history. The nationwide anthem tour will culminate or end in Baltimore, Maryland at Fort McHenry on September 14th. That date and that place are where and when Francis Scott Key penned the poem that later became the national anthem. According to the National Anthem Project, the song represents our country's history and culture. Many people sing it at community events. We want people to know the words so they'll sing it together, says Lasco. If you're taught as a young person to sing it, you'll always be able to sing it. For more information on the National Anthem Project and tour cities, visit www.theanthemproject.org. The Star Spangled Banner. During the War of 1812, Francis Scott Key wrote the poem that later became the national anthem. On September 13th, 1814, Key watched British troops bomb Fort McHenry in Baltimore, Maryland. The next morning, he spotted the American flag still flying over the fort. The sight inspired him to write the poem. In 1931, Congress made it the national anthem. Here is the first verse of the 4-verse song. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light. Sing it. Why don't you sing it with me? What so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? All right. And you've got some questions about it today. You have 4 questions only. They're easy, but they're worth 25 points each, so make sure you answer them correctly, or you'll make a C if you just miss 1 and F if you miss 2. So don't do that. Make sure you answer them correctly. I am grading these. These will be your last few Soul Studies grades this year before you're a fifth grader. Hard to believe, isn't it? All right, get started. Talk to you later.